Why, hello there, fellow miners. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus Elysium, episode 22, prospecting for titanium. So 2 more wind turbines should cover the power needs of another pump jack. So taking a look here, we produce about 10.5. We're using about 9. 2 more is gonna be fine. So 2 more wind turbines is next priority. And then we can also make a run back to the Arctic for titanium. But it would be wise for me to just try to get as much titanium anywhere else as I can in the meantime, too. So for the wind turbines, we'll need 15 more electronics. And epoxy is definitely going to be the bottleneck here, because I am flat out. So probably sap and sulfur. It's going to be the solution for me. Now, I know I went south for sulfur and really didn't find any, so I'm going to have to go in a new direction for sulfur. Because I've basically tapped the south area. You appreciate the base building symmetry? You're welcome. It also makes it easier to, like, maintain. If anything gets damaged or, like, completely broken, I just have to, like, figure out what the symmetry was and put it back. I don't know. I don't always build perfectly symmetrical, and this base probably won't ultimately be perfectly symmetrical, but like close enough is close enough. Congratulations, Cougar. Your bones are going to repair my armor. Oh! Yes! Do it! Yeah! My Raptor beat a drone! You know, that's not an opportunity that presents itself frequently. Oh, and then, of course, I got trolled. Because that drone's loot is underground. Drone got the last laugh. But whatever. My Raptor did beat a drone. One of the nice things about bone armor, it does not require a bench, so I can repair it here. Done. Armor is 100% from skinning a single cougar. Easy peasy. No, don't fight the... Oh, it's just a moa. Whatever. Raptor baby's probably pretty close to maturing now. I did say I would consider thumping, but I might want to do instead the... Because thumping takes a while and there's no resources I, like, absolutely need from the thumping process. I might instead just seek out, titanium. Get off my butt, you little moa. Oh, was that sulfur? Yes. Thumping does not reset deep sites. The deep sites are based upon server generation and will not change unless you create a new server, a new world. So the deep sites are randomized, like, you know, the deep sites in this cave being silica and gold is random. Or rather, I should say it's pseudo-random. The reason why I'm changing my answer is, some biomes can only have some sites. So there are some areas in the map, depending on the map you're on, that will only have a subset. Like, will only have, like, tier 1 resources, meaning like, but generally speaking, they're randomized at server generation. But like for some of Icarus's maps, you'll only ever find, let's say, lithium. Lithium's a good example. You'll only find lithium in some of the cave deep sites, not all of them. Something like that, right? So if you're looking for like obsidian, you're only going to find obsidian in like volcanic areas. So you will not find deep sites of obsidian anywhere else. So they're pseudo-random, but they're mostly random. There are just some requirements based upon like biome and region. All right, call back up, please. I want to kill more drones. Yeah, your bullets don't hurt me. I don't know why I'm like virtually bulletproof, but I like it. Yo, where's your drones at? What are you, discount soldiers? You don't even get backup when you call for it? And the answer is yes. Is there a guaranteed number of deep drill sites? Yes, they're predetermined locations. So like, the cave here is always going to have 2. That's just how the cave generates. But what is in those 2, that's the random part. The maps are not procedurally generated. So the deep sites are predetermined, but the type of site is not predetermined. But if you're playing Elysium, you have the same exact map I do, minus deep sites being a little different. Alright, we got a lot of sulfur, so let's get this epoxyizing. And we have refined 7k of 150k. To put it in perspective. You can see why I was like, yeah, I'm going to want to immediately start refining, because it takes a while. Alright, so the things... Carbon fiber, we'll need 6. Oh, out of a... I pulled all the epoxy out. Yeah, of course. Where did I just... I never picked it up. Okay. So wind turbines. We need 13 more electronics. Oh, perfect. That's what I have materials for. Alright, you are 99% done tamed. And that's going to allow me to then, like, leave the base for a longer period of time and feel okay. The type of resources or RNG that... So, Portapain, I think I already answered you. The locations of deep sites are predetermined. The types of deep sites are randomized. Alright, so all that I... Whoop, yep, you got big. Raffle time. Oh, no, we already did the raffle timer for that. So, Guchis is gonna be the recipient of you. And you are, you inherited, Cosmic's genetics more than Fang Faces, I think. Why can't I type? What is going on? Keyboard. Hello. Delete key. Oh, I have to claim you. Derp. Yes, you are my pet. Okay. aggressive, stay. And you have super awesome instinct. Meaning you have a lot of mount cargo space. And you are only missing 3 physical resistance. So you are definitely a baller pet for mount cargo. More than Fangface by like a lot. So if I could level you up, you'll be a good transporter. Oh, come. These are like, yeah, there we go. They were like 99.99999 repeating % done. Oh, I don't have the knowledge to make sugar yet. Here we go. Sugar cubes. There we go. That'll take 10 minutes. It takes a while. Alright, you follow me. And you follow me. We're going outside. Bangface, you're like leveled up enough that maybe I'll switch saddles and do things with Goochus. And as you can see, Goochus, because of the high-level instinct, has a lot of slots here. Unfortunately, I have 2 males, so if I want to continue breeding them, I will, of course, need another female. Incest or whatever is, like, not a factor in this game, so had it been a female, it could have worked, but obviously that's not going to work for me right now. Alright, so wind turbines. What am I missing to make 2? Oh, aluminum. And I leveled up. Sweet. Okay. Oops, yeah, they were set to follow me. Come on, Coochus. Timber, let's go. Talents at this point, I have no idea what I even want. Maybe pack lightly for carry weight? Okay. Setting up the new turbines. There's one. And 2. And now I'm producing 14k. Good. Oh, this is a good opportunity to level up Goochus a little bit. Almost a full level. Cool. All right. Current priority is to set up another pump jack. And looking at the cost of that, steel and titanium is, well, titanium is going to be the tough one of all of that. So I think what I'll do is run back to my titanium deep drill. And grab all the titanium that is, like, free to be grabbed. Making sure, yeah, food and water is fine. Oh, that raffle timer got paused, didn't it? Let me get rid of it. Actually, in hindsight, I'm going to take Fangface just because Goochus is, doesn't have the stamina bonuses that Fangface does. So it's going to be faster for me to run this errand with Fangface. So I'll leave Goochus at home. But I'm going to have everyone huddle around the creature deterrent so that nothing happens while I'm away. Yeah, I can also try to get the deep sight scanner too. For now, just grabbing what I have already deep drilled for makes sense, but in the future, getting that scanner up and running makes a lot of sense for long term. Alright. Fangface has a bunch of stamina talents. Sprint, speed, movement speed, stamina regen cost reduction. And you can see the huge difference in how far Fangface can run on a single stamina bar versus Guchis. So there, I did mention, actually, you know what, this time around, maybe I will go to the deep cave. That's, around here, through this, like, pitfall. Rather than back to the drill. Because the drill probably doesn't have enough to fully make a pump jack, or maybe only just. So I don't mind mining locally, and then... So there's a giant hole in the ground here, which leads to a very large cave system that can be accessed over here. But be careful ever, like, traveling around and, like, falling into these mega holes, because you can really get yourself stuck. Yeah, you pick a fight, I picked the fight too. Sorry. Picks are not bad weapons to use, like, as a melee weapon. Like, you don't need a spear. You can use a pick, you can use an axe, you can use a knife. Like, the game... Spears have a little bit of an advantage, but, like, generally speaking, anything... Because it's like a low-key pet peeve of mine, where games are like, oh, sorry, like, picks do no damage to animals, but hella damage to, like, the earth, or stone, or ore. It's like, what? How? What? Like, a pick in real life is a vicious weapon, are you kidding? So this is one of these, like, large cave complexes, so if you're like, hey, where's the resources? It's because you have to go to the subcaves. So it's a cave that leads to other caves. So here's, like, one of the subcaves. No, I don't shoot the bees. So we've got gold, which is not worth much to me, and I don't think there's any titanium here at all. No. Okay, so this one is, I'm marking it on my map, deep side of gold, because, you know, if there's a deep side of titanium here, I'll absolutely wire it up in a heartbeat. So there's 3 subcaves here. There's a big one and 2 small ones. I hear drones. I think what I'm gonna do is, oh god. Bring the Raptor into the cave so it can't get shot. Which means probably mining a little higher. Not looting the bees? Yeah, I don't really care. Okay, there we go. Drones are annoying, and I don't want a drone to just keep firing on Fangface. Big old pool here. Where's Hertz? Thank you for the resub. And Thomas J too, I missed that. Here's another one of the subcaves, and the last subcave you have to, like, mine into. We've got, oh, are you kidding? Stone? And oxide. Alright, I'll mark that down. Oxide's not terrible, because it's not like, depending on what you're doing with it, you might want a lot of it for organic resin. But since I have a thumper, it's probably easier just to thump for my oxide rather than to deep drill, especially given that this, where I am right now, is not super close to where I live. But I don't see any titanium here either. I had mentioned, and I'll just repeat it, I have anecdotally found that the desert has pretty terrible sources of titanium. Meaning, like, going elsewhere might make sense. Going to a different biome. Yeah, I could have grabbed the platinum, but I'm really only for the titanium right now, because pump jacks don't require any platinum at all. Unless you're using the platinum to make, composites. But I have a deep, drill of gold, so I can obviously make composites out of gold. And here's the last cave. So we've got copper and silica. And titaniumless. Yep, this cave was a bust. Well, I'll mark that down. Copper. Having a copper site close is nice if I do run into copper supply issues. But as I mentioned, because it's so easy to thump for copper, I suspect that not to be the case. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off what I have so far, because I don't want to necessarily encumber myself when I'm this close to home. And then I'll take Fame Face over to the known titanium deep site. Come on. There we go. I just figured I'd check this cave in case it was, like, flush with titanium, but obviously it was not. Had 0. Another reason I'm not, like, eager to go to the Arctic region, which, little spoilers, like, right around here, is I don't have insulating armor. I do have hot tea, but, like, hot tea wouldn't keep me from being hypothermic fairly quickly anyway. And then my Raptor, of course, would get cold as well. Picking up the increased metabolism for the Raptor, I think is what I'm going to do next. For heat and cold resistance. But even with that maxed out, it's not enough to prevent hypothermia in raptors in the Arctic. Because these raptors are desert raptors, they're really not supposed to be in the Arctic. Do I have any more? No. I'm low on stringy. Got it. Alright, it is 1 p.m. There should be time to run over to the drill and back. Before nightfall. As long as I don't get too distracted. There is one other deep site I'm going to check while running over to the drill site, which is marked down. It's roughly here. And for Fang Face, I did pick up fall damage mitigation. Just because fall damage is, like, absolute vicious. And I lose pets to it all the time. Okay, where is the site? There, it looks like coal. Coal. Alright. I'll mark that down in just a second. We could try a cave here before I go to the titanium site, because this is a bigger cave. And I might get lucky. Although my luck so far finding titanium in this desert is pretty bad. But there could be like a deep site of titanium, I guess. Would it be worth stopping at the gold cave and picking up what little we have left? In terms of what? What wasn't brought over with us? No, there really isn't anything. I left like a seed grinder or whatever. You know, there wasn't really much there. I could check it out while I'm picking up the titanium though, because it's like not massively out of my way. But I doubt that it has much of worth. Gold. Just gold? Yep, I guess. And the reason I always mine up the exotics is, unlike regular ore, exotics will respawn on their own. They don't require thumping. So mining up the exotics makes sense, because like the next time I come into this cave, there might be exotics again. So I might as well grab it every time I see it. Doesn't really make sense to leave it behind. Okay, that was a bust too. Alright, so we're headed to the lambda marking. Now there is a side cave that leads from here over here, and that might be worth looking for titanium, because it's like that side cave is kind of in the swamps, so its spawn rate of titanium might be significantly higher than these desert caves that are consistently a bust. And if that does have titanium, it would also be a viable place to set up a thumper, because it's really not far from the base to thump around here, because I could set up probably a thumper here that will overlap it. So it would be pretty easy to thump it back into existence, I think. So that's food for thought going forward. Another thing I don't yet have, which could be worth the investment, is a directional flashlight. Because for larger caves like this, where it's expansive enough that it doesn't illuminate far walls, there could be titanium up here I just like simply don't know about, because I haven't illuminated. The flashlights obviously wouldn't work on Raptor back, right? It's not going to work as I'm riding. But searching larger cave complexes like this could be made a little bit more easily with flashlights. One of the reasons why I haven't made a flashlight is actually there's some of the operations that you get offered in this quest line, like, will give you a flashlight as a loot item. So if I'm patient enough, I'll just like get it for free. Which is why I haven't really bothered with that yet. But I must say, I have found so much deep gold. It's, it actually bothers me that I just haven't, I keep not finding deep titanium or even deep iron. Because iron's one of those materials, like iron is you need iron to make steel, you need iron to make, composites. So iron also becomes kind of a high need. It's easy to find, but like a high need ore, which is a terrible idea to deep drill for. And also, lower tier metals deep drill faster. So you can deep drill like iron and copper a lot faster than you can do titanium. You get a lot more per tick of, or rather the ticks are quicker. I forget which, but you get more iron and copper than you do titanium or platinum or lithium or whatever higher tier stuff. So off of Fangface's own suggestion, we'll sweep back to the base to see what's up. I guess I can grab the contact device, because, like, I never bothered to build one at my new base. But that might be all that we're hauling out of here. We've got mortar and pestle, seed grinder, and an animal bed. And that's it. Yep. Alright, well, I guess we got a free contact device. It's not nothing. $150 titanium. I left resin and stuff in the, in there. I'll check. Given how little titanium I pulled out of this, and I suspect I wouldn't pull very much. I do have the capacity for it. Let's see. I'll take steel, sulfur, oxite. I'll even take the raw spoiled stuff, because I can turn it into, biofuel. I know I have more space, but, like, that's, oh, no, stop. That's good enough. Alright, let's get back and try to get that pump jack up. And then I will check the swamp tunnel cave for titanium. Hoping that I get lucky. Because if not that, I might then need to consider making myself better armor. Like composite armor. So I can go into the Arctic without freezing my butt off. So make composite armor, which is like well-rounded armor for cold, heat, physical exposure. It's going to do nothing for my pets, obviously. The raptors themselves will become hypothermic pretty quickly. I could bring a Tusker, but Tuskers just don't move fast enough to really warrant mounting one for the Arctic. So I wouldn't do it for that reason. But yeah, there's also the dusty mining armor that you can make now. The issue with that, of course, is it requires an incredible amount of titanium to be able to craft it. But you do get more titanium back if you get the... or rather, you get platinum, gold, copper, and at the bottom, when you get a full set, you get 20% yield from mining. It's just the amount of titanium you have to invest in it, you won't see return on investment for a very long time. So it's not something that I think is reasonable to invest in my opinion, when you're like strapped for titanium, because the full set requires a massive amount. It's like, what, 5, 10... So 15, 17, 22, 27 ingots of titanium alone, plus other stuff, something like that. It's expensive. When you have no titanium. And in and itself, it's not like a super good armor. It has pretty low stats. It's just good for mining. It doesn't have the kind of stats you're going to want from, for, like, actual combat. It's not bad. I could consider it if you guys vote for it, so maybe I'll put it up to poll. Now, I came to this side cave here because I wasn't sure I had fully stripped it of titanium when I came through here the first time. I thought I did, but I'm not positive. Yeah. I don't think there's much titanium left in here. No. I did a thorough job. There is, however, respawned exotics. The color shift is throwing me off. Titanium's green and the swamp is green, so it makes everything kind of look titanium, more like titanium. So one of the things that would be nice is if the different voxels were a different shape. Like, you know, if silica was a lot more spiky, or, you know, because they're all kind of the shape the same. Which means if you're slightly colorblind or whatever, they're probably harder to discern from one another. Making my asthma pick? I don't really want to. It's 5 p.m. We have a little bit of daylight left. One thing I ought to do is run all my exotics that I've been finding over to Eden to send them up to orbit for money. I do have 2 module slots. Like, there's not a lot that I need to buy in order to improve my suit at the moment. Because the next best backpack is, like, unaffordably deep into the tech tree. And then the next best suit for me is probably also unaffordably deep into the tech tree, meaning that, like, the proceeds from selling my exotics aren't going to get me there. You know, there is a cave here. I'll check it. My luck with caves so far in the desert have been absolutely terrible to try to find titanium, but I am right here. Might as well check. I could, yeah, Fangface, you're right. I could spend some of the cash I have on seeds to expand what I can farm for bonuses. That much is true. But I don't even really have a stove yet, so the benefit of seeds is almost lost on me. Hey! Found a tiny bit of ore. Is that a zebra? What is making the neigh sounds? Oh, it is a zebra. Yo, you made me leave my cave. You die. Was that a deserved death? No, absolutely not. So we got oxite. And what, just a single node of titanium? Yep. Bummer, dude. Well, we checked it. It's the most I can do. Well, I hope these are dribbos. You're getting absolutely ganked. Yeah, they're dribbos. I like how the player controlling the mount is, like, way more slaughtery and efficient at killing animals than the Raptor is. It's like, Raptor, shouldn't you be better without me sitting on your back? But nope. Player's better. So marking that cave down as oxite. Done. There's 2 more caves I haven't checked, which are in the, like, river valley here. I'm going to check them right now because I'm sort of in the area. And if I find a deep site of titanium, it will, like, solve a lot of problems. Because running all the way to the tundra for titanium sort of sucks. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus Elysium, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow prospectors.